Hey everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Dazzling Dave and this is your international fan reaction for Fulham 0, our team Wolverhampton Wanderers 1. Lots to talk about. Just before we get on to that, I've just been involved in the Samosa Saturday 10. As you can see, I'm wearing my t-shirt there. I've got my Feed the Pack badge, if you can see that as well. Brilliant. It's raised over £6,000 for the foundation charity. Thanks for everyone that's taken part, organised it, and of course donated. And enjoy your samosas. Without any further ado, some lots to talk about. International fan reaction. Let's go round the world.
Cheers everyone, at last, at long last, the tankard is back. Now out of interest, I'm filling it today with some homemade raspberry beer. It's absolute quality, look at that, huh? Look at that. Now I'll tell you what this is, it's the taste of victory. And what a sweet, fine taste it is. Now look, the major talking point was of course the disallowed goal. God, it made us all so angry in this house. It was ridiculous. And thank God we went on to win this game, because I think any other result and we've all been so angry talking about that. Look, listen, that isn't football, is it? It just isn't. It is not football. But justice was done in the end, has it? It's very rare that we can say as Wolves fans that justice was done, but it was today. Thank God for Adama, who scored the late goal. Cute celebrations, arms and legs everywhere in this house. But look, we got the win. The tankard's out again. That's what everyone wanted to see. Most of all myself. This is Chris from Athens in Norway. Fulham 0. Wolves 1.
Hey Dave, this is Wolfman Jeff talking to you on the porch here in Alabama. Hey, we're through with it. I think I was a little nervous, a little worried, but we pulled it through. I think I was most worried when I saw that the lineup hadn't changed. I was a little bit of a panic because it didn't do real well the last match. And so to expect it was going to do well this time, by saying it didn't do well, we did create more chances, but we didn't finish them. And this time, at least not as well as we need to. And we just left ourselves open defensively. This time, we ended up going back to the 3-4-3 for the worst possible reasons. And that was with Neto going down. So yeah, we had moved into a more defensive posture, but lost our most creative player by far this season. And so we didn't play well. We played enough to get the job done. Honestly, if it wasn't Fulham, we may not have pulled out the win. I was elated that William Jose got his goal, and he did get his goal. I don't care what VAR says. He got that goal, Dave. And I'm hoping that's going to open up more goals for him, because he's got to deposit a lot more goals into that account. Up until then, though, up until the last few minutes of the first half, we were not playing well. Slight improvement in the second half, but still, most of the game, we didn't play all that well. And sorry, I got someone who kind of looks like an extra from the Dukes of Hazzard revving up his car. Yeehaw! It distracted me a little bit. But the second half was really elated to see when Fabio came on, brought in a little more of a spark again, made a nice setup for Traore, and Traore just took it. It's like Traore decided he was going to put us on his back and carry us all the way through. At first it looked like he was going to go for a cross, but there's no one there, and he just took it all in and hit it with so much force. I felt like he was going to knock the whole stands down, and which was impressive, because sometimes when he kicks that hard, he doesn't kick very straight. And so Traore is going to be my man of the match, just because he made sure we were going to win. He willed it So lots of things to improve. It's not, we've got to keep holding on. Thankfully, we just have Sheffield next. I say that because we said that about Fulham. Thankfully, we just have Fulham next, and I hope we don't have to fight this hard to get a win against Sheffield. So I really hope that Neto's fine, and that's my biggest concern, because we can't afford any more losses. So as far as for on our staff, onward, upward. Good talking to you, Dave. This is the Wolfman Jeff on the porch, rambling away in Alabama.
Hello there, Chris here in Athens. Fulham 0, Wolves 1. Very satisfied with that result at this point in the season. I think points on the table just to keep us clear of that relegation zone are really appreciated. I feel very sorry for William Jose. That was never offside in a million years, if you ask me. I really don't understand these VAR decisions. The defender's hand was in front of Podence when he got the ball, and yet still ruled offside. Disastrous decision. You know, thank heavens it didn't affect the result at the end of the game. Very concerned about Pedro Neto. I haven't heard what the injury is, but he's been our best player all season, and we don't want him out for any extended period of time. When Martinho come on, I thought he was very good. We got a lot more creative, I think, as soon as he came on the pitch. So that was a key turning point for me. I can't remember Patricio really having to make a save. So the defence did pretty well, and so I would say man of the match I'll give to Cody, because I know he's the one that organises that defence and we look pretty solid. So yeah, all in all, good result, feeling pleased. Fantastic goal from Traore, 1 assist and 1 goal in his last couple of games. So it's good to have a player like Traore feeling confident. From Athens, always Wolves.
Hi Dave, hi guys, Andy here from Montreux in Switzerland. Well, that was an average to poor first half, and for the best part of the second half it was average to poor. The VAR was beyond poor. Looked every bit of goal to me, and definitely not a clear and obvious offside, and it should have been William Jose's first goal for Wolves, but it wasn't to be. Great end of second half, extra time flourish by Wolves. Cool turn by Fabio, putting Adama through, and a stunning strike by Traore into the net to give us a 1-0 lead, and a win. So good assist by Fabio, good goal by Adama. Pleased to see him on the score sheet after such a long time without. So on the back of that, we'll give Adama our man of the match from here in Switzerland, and Wolves go up to 12th, hopefully the beginning of a better run and less average, less boring play, with a bit more excitement in the run into the end of the season.
Hello Wolves fans, this is Dinny here in Middleton in Cork, just reflecting on last night's game. The 1-0 win over Fulham. A 1-0 win for Wolves that I don't think they deserved, because they didn't play well, but Fulham didn't deserve it either. On the balance of it, maybe Wolves just about edged it, but it was poor again. When I saw the back four come out, I just thought it was going to be a bit of a horror show with Mitrovic, because Mitrovic banged 2 past Ireland in the recent international break, which Ireland are terrible. It's terrible being an Irish Wolves fan at the moment, because neither of the teams I support are doing well. But look, c'est la vie. So the 2 centre-backs, Saiss and Cody, should not be playing as 2 centre-backs. Don't know what Kilman has done. Moving to the back 5 then, when Neto went off, I think Wolves are a lot more comfortable in that back 5. They just know that system. Back 3, back 5, call it what you want. Neto, hope he's okay. I wouldn't mind if he didn't play anymore for Wolves, or that he's rested a lot, because he has the Euros coming up. For a young player, I'm sure that's more of a priority for him now that Wolves are stagnated in the league. They're neither up nor down. So if Neto's rested, he's played a lot this season. For a young man, he's still only 20, 21, so he's played a lot of minutes this year for Wolves. If he's rested for the Euros, that's fine by me. What else did I want to talk about? Traore, nice goal from Traore. Nice run. I suppose he'd no other choice than to just belt it, because there was nobody in the box for the cross. Nice pass by Silva out to him. Nice bit of vision. Nice run for Adama. Keeper should have done better. I think Traore's trying to play his way back into the Spain squad for the Euros. I think that's what's happening there. Even though his stats are kind of okay, not much of an end product, but he can only cross it into what he crosses it into. But an assist and a goal in the last 2 games, that's pretty good. More power to the guy. The VAR decision, that's just a crock, really, isn't it? I heard Glenn Hoddle saying that if they just based it on, keep the VAR system, but just base it on your positioning of your feet. So if your feet are offside and VAR says your feet are offside, then you're offside. But your kneecap or your armpit or your whatever else, like, yeah, if that's offside, because when you're going to make one of those runs that'll put you offside, you're leaning before your feet go, so you're going to have parts of your body offside, but your feet will be onside. So that's a good system for me. Overall, what would I like to see for the rest of the season? A little bit of experimenting. I can't see Nuno doing that. Wouldn't mind seeing Kilman get a run, or the Sowie get a run, Hoover get a run. But look, we'll see. Onwards and upwards, Wolves fans. Till next time. I think it's next Saturday against Sheffield United. So hopefully another 3 points. Alright, that's Dinny. Dinny out. Take care.
Hey Dave, Aiden Purcell checking in from Waterloo, Ontario, Canada. Just finished doing the live post-game reaction with you, so thanks again for having me on. I mean, I'm sure everybody's excited and ecstatic with that win. I certainly am. You know, obviously great to get a result. As I said, it is a results-based business, so sometimes you got to look past the performance and just look at the result, and that's 3 points. So that's safety confirmed for me, you know, all but mathematically, really. So now I just want the season to end. Hopefully we can give some of the young fellas a run out. But as far as that match went, you know, very poor. Didn't create much at all. Obviously, the goal at the end of the first half, it's just ridiculous. VAR is truly ruining the most beautiful game in the world. It's pathetic, right? I think we could all talk for hours about this. So anyways, we got the result. As far as performances go, not too many standout performances for me. A couple, you know, moments of good play by Semedo. I thought John Martino came on and made a difference. I mentioned on the live that Morgan Gibbs-White, I thought, made an impact when he came on. Started getting a little bit physical. Fabio Silva with that great ball through at the end, and then Adama Traore with the thunderous finish. Fantastic. So 3 points. On to the next one. Hopefully Neto's injury isn't too severe, but honestly, I just want the season to end. It's been a struggle. So hopefully we can keep everybody around and build up to bigger and better things going forward. And if you watch Nuno's press conference at the end of the match or his post-game comments, he certainly alluded to that. So hopefully we can move on and keep moving forward. So anyways, that's it for me. Cheers. Take care, everybody.
Hello Dave, fellow Wolves fans, it's Brian from Hatchow, Samran in Thailand. Nathan Judah from the Express & Star described that game as a hard watch. I think he's being kind, to be honest. I thought it was a poor game between... both teams were average. You know, when you think about in the first half, what did we create apart from the disallowed VAR goal? Fulham had a couple of chances, Mitrovic and Loftus-Cheek put them wide, but less said about the first half, the better. Probably in the second half, from a neutral standpoint, they'd have walked out or turned the telly off early into the second half, because that was just a poor game. We finally got goal through Adama Traore on 90 odd minutes, and to be honest, our first goal on goal, which was saved, was about 83, 84 minutes, I think it was. But Adama blasted a thunderbolt from the side. Did we deserve it? I don't know. Maybe a draw would have been a fair result. Man of the match, for me, getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning to watch it for a couple of hours. But joking aside, I probably would give it a Ruben Neves. Good luck to Johnny Otto in his recovery. He's the best left back we've had since Derek Parkin in the 60s and 70s. No disregard, no disrespect to Andy Thompson and Lee Naylor, but yeah, we're going to miss Johnny.
Hey Dave, Dave with New York Wolves here. We beat Fulham. And you know what? I'm going to claim credit because guess what I'm wearing? Yeah, it's the Lucky Black Fosun shirt. It's back. I will wear this for every remaining match this season. Yes, just so that everyone's not concerned. Seriously though, superb goal from Traore. What a strike. Ball came down the wing to him and my wife said, oh, it's a great ball, but there's nobody there. And then all of a sudden he decided he didn't need anyone else and rifled it into the net anyway. But, you know, we're all happy and I think smiling now because we won anyway. But the reality here is, and I hope the Premier League are watching, Wolves won 2-0 tonight. Willian Jose got his first goal for Wolves tonight from a superb cross from Daniel Podence. And I'm glad that the officials were smart enough to allow it and saw that Podence was not offside. That's what happened in the real world. In the Premier League's VAR world, not so much. That decision was a disgrace. I know there's been a lot of decisions that were given for and against Wolves. I'm not sure I remember many for, but I'm sure there were the odd couple. But that one was absolutely indefensible. There is no universe where that was offside. We have been deducted goals, had goals disallowed, because I think it was Neto, his arm was in an offside position, and yet miraculously the defender's arm, playing Podence onside, was not considered tonight. It needs to be fixed or eliminated now. This is ruining the sport. It needs to go or be fixed. That's the bottom line. And you know, Dave, I'm normally sort of a calm, rational, considered person, but I am so damn angry about that. Maybe it doesn't show because I've got my calm British exterior on, but my wife seriously was like holding heavy objects down so that I wouldn't throw them through windows and things like that. Absolutely unforgivable that goal was ruled out. So anyway, back to Wolves' performance. It was pretty awful, let's be honest. That was a terrible performance. The commentators here said that Wolves and Fulham were fairly even in the first half, which hurts a lot. You know, a team battling relegation all season, and we're on the same level as them. Now, granted, by the end of the match, you could argue it was almost our B-side that was out on the pitch, just due to, you know, Jimenez being out, Bolly being out, Johnny being out, Neto going off. Please let that not be a serious injury. But it was a poor performance. We didn't seem to put anything together. We weren't really dangerous. I think maybe Fulham played well in neutralising us, so maybe that's a big part of it. But pretty poor game of football, but settled by a wonder strike from Traore. So I think we'll settle for that. And this might be the last reaction of the season, because I'm actually considering my threat to boycott all remaining Premier League matches in protest at VAR. I'm that disgusted with what happened tonight. But hey, 3 points in the bag. Should have pretty much guaranteed staying up this season. Maybe not mathematically, but in all likelihood. And let's rebuild for next season. Talk to you soon, Dave.
Are we ready? Right. Hello.
Hello, Amy.
And I'm Wilf, and guess what? We won last night. So Amy has presented me with this lovely bottle. I like the design, and inside is vodka.
I don't like vodka.
I don't drink vodka, so instead I'm being very good and drinking out of my special cup. So congratulations, Adama. We're very pleased that you at last scored after 46 matches, I think it was. So well done. Let's have a few more.
Yeah.
Cheers.
So anything else you'd like to add?
Don't talk about VAR.
You're not going to talk about VAR?
No, because how that was disallowed, I shall never ever know. But anyway, at the end of the day, it didn't matter, because it could have been.
It won. We're safe now, we think.
Mathematically, no, but realistically, definitely yes. So roll on next season.
Roll on next season.
Yeah, so up the Wolves.
Up the Wolves.
Hi Dave, it's the gaffer from Tenerife. How are we all? Just a little video on a little review of last night's game against Fulham. Again, not the best performance, but the injury pile-up is not looking good for us at the moment. So a win is a win as far as I'm concerned. The performance wasn't great, but we can't expect much else when when we haven't got a full side. the reserves are not really up to it, in my opinion. But we battled, and we got a win, and a great goal by Traore at the end. Again, he works his socks off, but for hardly any reward. Again, that was my view for a lot of the team last night. They all seemed to do a lot of work and got nothing for it. The offside goal was a joke, really. But if that's the rules, that's the rules. But I was glad to see Jose nod that one in anyway. Like I said, it was an average performance, but we got the 3 points. Let's hopefully now that's put us safe. You might be able to experiment a little bit for the next few games, and see what sort of games we can cope with in the next few weeks. Performance, I'm only going to give them 6 out of 10. It wasn't the best. And man of the match, again, that's a tough one. I thought Cody had a good game at the back. Patricio had nothing to do, really. I'll just give it Traore for his goal, and that's it, really. Stay safe, everyone. Hopefully the world will be back to normal very, very soon. Hopefully we'll see a few of you on holiday in Tenerife, and enjoy, guys. See you soon.
Hello, Dave and fellow Wolves fans. Buzzing still after yesterday's win. 3 points at Fulham, 1-0 victory, 93rd minute goal, clean sheet, safety, another year in the Premier League, goal for Traore, bish bash bosh, love it. That's the takeaway, the headlines, the best bits, but I mean, the reality was it was a pretty awful game of football. Two sides who don't really like to score many goals or have any chances or go forward with any sort of creativity. But who cares? We're safe, and we can start looking up the table now and looking to see if we can finish as high as possible. I would take 11th, maybe 10th. We've got a pretty good run in. But yeah, we've got to get better, to be honest. You know, Fulham are pretty awful. Delighted that Traore broke his duck. He's no longer now the player with the most shots without a goal, I think, which is great. And Fabio, the boy wonder, with a great assist as well, and a lovely flicking through ball. First time pass to Traore for the goal. I think the big talking point though is the VAR disallowed goal for Podence. I mean, I almost threw my phone to the telly. I was that annoyed by it all. I just don't understand what. Who wants this in football? Who's sat there going, please, I need more millimeters. Oh no, there's an armpit offside. That was unfair. Like no one wants this. I don't know who this is for. No, fans don't like it. Players don't like it. I don't think anyone likes it. I mean, the ridiculousness of yesterday's decision. I don't know, man. It's got to change. It's got to change. As soon as Glenn Hoddle made a great point. As soon as fans are back in the ground, how can this happen? Where you've got literally no idea as a supporter what's going on, and the goal's been disallowed because Podence is wearing a bigger shirt than the guy next to him. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous that I can't believe it's actually a thing that's happening. We have to talk about. You know, they need to sort it out for next season. Either go by the foot, like feet are on or off, and that's it, or go with the umpire's call, go with the on-field decision, and if there's a clear and obvious error, overturn it. But put the lines away, lads. Come on, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. But anyway, well, at least we got the win in the end. I wasn't sure we were going to, but 3 points, looking at the table. Let's smash Sheffield United next week, and we'll be everything's great with the world.
Thanks to everyone that's contributed to this video, much appreciated. Please smash a like on the video if you enjoy these sort of things, and until the next one, I'm Dazzling Dave, always Wolves.